Hi everyone, welcome to Krannert Art Museum Yoga in my living room. I'm Jodi. Welcome. Such a beautiful spring. It's been really gorgeous weather. I hope you've been getting out and enjoying yourself. I know it's been a tough time for a lot of people, so I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful we can still have this practice together. My birthday is June 18th, and I always try to do something special, and so I just wanted you to be invited to do the same for yourself. Maybe do something sweet. It doesn't have to be cake, though it could be. Go for a walk. Maybe take a hot bath, light some candles, listen to music. Just take time for yourself. I think the more that we can instill that self-love and find forgiveness with ourselves, we can offer that up to the world, and we definitely need a lot of that right now, a lot of that forgiveness and love and empathy for what's going on in our world. So, because I'm older and wiser, you should probably just listen to me. So, that being said, let's do some yoga. A couple blocks, blanket, strap can be nice. I always use a scarf. I'm distracted once again by the kitten, who's being naughty perpetually every time I try to do a video. This is Phoenix. He's adorable. So I'm sure he'll be a star once again of our show. So we're gonna get started. Let's just start in seated. So coming to seated, maybe on a bolster or a pillow. I like to sit on the blanket. That offers me a little bit of height in the sit bones. Pelvis tilting forward, legs grounding. You can always use blocks if you want or need. So if the legs are floating, this can be a nice option as well. So just finding your seat, finding a nice strong foundation for the body. And then relax through the body, kind of collapse in the posture, and then just see what it takes to grow the spine tall. Lengthen, lift, you can roll through shoulders a few times, up, back, and down. Breathing. Maybe the first opportunity you've had all day to check in with the breath. Cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Closing the eyes. And just beginning your practice. Welcome yourself here. With an open heart, an open mind. Relaxing any parts of the body that might feel tense. Around the eyes, the jaw, lips. Resting the tongue. And breathing through the nostrils, just noticing the breath. Finding a connection to the self through the breath. And that bridge between the mind and the body is the breath. Opening your inner throat, receiving your breath as you soften into shoulders. And breathe into the ribs, soften the ribs. Breathing into the sides of the body, back of the body. Breathing into the low belly, maybe even placing a hand there. You could feel the rise and the fall of the breath there. Into the pelvis, and pelvic floor, releasing any gripping, feeling rooted to the earth through the foundation of your body. Just a moment to be here. Just a moment to breathe. And breathing in what you want to receive from this practice, an intention. And breathing out any release, any letting go. And breathing in, receiving. Exhaling, releasing. Just a few more breaths like that. And begin to deepen your breath. Consciously opening the lungs, receiving the breath, now that the body has found a little bit of relaxation. Maybe breathing a little easier. Again, a cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Starting to open the eyes just gently, softly. Beginning to lengthen through the legs. Take your time. Feet can go wide. And start to flex and point through the feet. Rolling at the ankles. In both directions. You can rock legs back and forth, so the whole leg, femur bone moving in the hip socket, starting to work into those hip rotators. Finding stillness, breath through the toes, tall spine. Just awareness of the posture throughout the practice. It does help with our posture then throughout the rest of our days. So from here, starting to widen the legs. So not as wide as you can go, but just comfortably wide. And starting to connect with the breath, arms down alongside, toning through the belly, through the core, that's back body and side body as well. Inhale, lifting and lengthening, reaching long. And as you exhale, twisting over that right leg, arms back down. And then inhale, floating up, rotating through center, exhale over to the other side. Inhale, back up, rotating, waking up core, exhaling completely. So just deep, even breaths. Follow your own breath. Just flowing with the breath. Notice how much more rotational quality you can get once the body warms a little bit. And the next time you rotate over to that right side, let's go ahead and stay there. And from here, engaging through the legs, so the quads are active, my toes are pointing skyward, the center of the heels are grounding, my core is active, and I'm finding more rotation. So I'm pressing into the earth, and I'm reaching my heart forward. There's no strain in the neck. It's like a mountain pose. It's all just a variation of that shape of the body. And I'm not looking to get into a big stretch here. I'm looking to engage and think about alignment. Just breathing. You can even reach that left arm to the pinky toe edge of the leg, right hand to the opposite side. Left hip is grounding, so strong in the foundation, purposeful in our actions without tension. And starting to rotate. So now I'm pressing the right forearm into that inner leg. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, relaxing. Inhale, expanding. That left arm can reach back slightly, but the action comes from the rib cage of the spine. Exhale, releasing forward. Inhaling, opening. My hand is just at my hip. Again, I'm not trying to crunch into my shoulder. I think that rotational quality once again. And we can stay here, maybe floating that left arm up and over. Doesn't matter how far we go. Again, we want to tone through the legs, ground through the left hip, reaching long even through the right side body. So finding that elongation. Finding your breath. And then reaching the left arm up, aligning through the spine. Reach the right arm up, inhale. And then exhale, rotating over to the left side. So it might be a very different experience here. Finding that rotation, again, pressing into the earth. I'm especially using that right hand to press in and rotate. Maybe the right hand goes to the outside edge of the leg, kind of crisscrossing the arms, trying really hard to engage through the legs. It keeps the body active, or the mind active with the body. Staying fully engaged in this shape. Trying hard to keep the right hip grounding. And just thinking about lengthening, lifting the spine out of the hips. Again, it's not as far as I can go. But I want to keep that engagement. Awareness. What is the entire body doing? And your breathing. Starting to rotate. So left arm pressing into the inner thigh. Rotate open through the chest. This can also mean the head can turn more skyward. Make sure that feels safe for the neck. And then exhale, just relaxing. That right arm can kind of relax forward as well. And then inhale, engage and open. Twisting open. Exhale. Inhale, opening. And exhale, releasing. A couple more times on your own, just feeling that expansion. You're gonna pressing that left forearm into the inner thigh, helping with the rotation, but a lot of it's coming from core. Next time you rotate open, pause there. Again, checking in with the entire body. Quads are active, toes are skyward. Maybe extending long through that right arm up and over, and I'm extending long through the left side body. Keeping the right sit bone grounded, it keeps wanting to lift. Breathing. Noticing. One more breath. The right arm reaches long, left arm comes to meet it. And then exhale, releasing fingertips or palms out in front of you and just opening through the chest. Try to think about the pinky toe edges of the feet rocking back, the legs rocking back as the chest rocks forward. Whew, lots of leg engagement here, so hopefully feeling that. One more breath. And then rocking back, you can take hold of the thighs with the hands, bend the knees, draw the legs long, feet can go wide, and again you can pump the backs of the legs into the earth, maybe rocking legs a little back and forth. Pressing the palms into the earth, back behind you, I'm sliding my fingers under my blanket. Inner legs are coming together, pointing through toes or flexing through feet, really open through the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades gently. Think about the opening coming from the mid-spine. So the area between the shoulder blades where we're often most locked up. Breathe into that space. One more breath. Neck back to neutral, shifting off of the palms and back through center. So from here, we're gonna bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs, so feet can go wide, hands alongside the hips still, and slowly, knees to one side, gazing in the opposite direction. So again, we're getting that kind of spinal twist, that movement in the ribs. You might be feeling that in other parts of the body, I know I am. Always seems to find those tight areas. We're also a little self-massaging into the hips. And the next time you release the knees over to that right side, we're gonna stay there. Then you're gonna draw the left shin underneath the left thigh. So top of the foot is on the earth. And taking hold of that shin with the left hand, relaxing the right ear down, the right arm is relaxed. And breathe. So think about the weight of the head, just opening up that left side. Maybe finding some movement here, exploring. Softening in the face. You can turn the head down, gaze down. Again, just offering what you need in this shape. Notice how the body feels. One more breath, finding stillness in that breath. And then aligning the neck with the rest of the spine, go ahead and rock back, palms alongside the hips or back behind the hips. And I'm active here. If I just hang out here, I'm not getting much of a stretch. But if I tuck the tailbone and think about drawing the knee away from the thigh, getting a beautiful stretch in the quad. I'm getting a beautiful stretch in that hip flexor. So it takes a little bit of activity, intention to feel that. Again, bend through the elbows a little, rocking back a little, breathing. One more breath. And pressing into the palms. And then you can take hold of that left shin, go ahead and extend it out. Right palm alongside the right hip, floating the left arm up and opening through the front of the body. Engage the back body. So glutes are active, hamstring, back core, all to open up the front of the body. Draw the left hip down, away from the left shoulder. One more inhalation with that reaching. And then as you exhale, sink the hips down. Grow the spine tall, aligning the center of the chest in line with that outstretched leg. Right hand at the pinky toe edge of the foot, left hand to the big toe edge of the leg or foot. And again, I'm reaching long here. You'll get more benefit, you'll get more eventual gains when we can find engagement. So the quad is active to relax the hamstring. My core is actively reaching me forward. Finding a nice long neutral neck. Breathing. Engaging. 3 more breaths. Pressing the palms alongside the leg. You can find alignment in the spine. You can turn towards the bent knee and just float into a down dog or a child's pose. It is your choice. So finding that symmetrical shape. What do you need in this moment? Maybe more of a resting pose and child's pose. More active stretching in the down dog. Finding stillness. 1 more breath. And then knees to the earth. You can roll over the shins, come to seated, palms alongside the hips. We're going to windshield wipe the legs gently from side to side. Knees one direction, chest and gaze in the opposite direction. And then the next time you draw the knees over to that left side, we're going to stay there. You can take hold of the right shin, draw it in. So I'm on the top of that foot. Kind of like a deer pose here. And then the right hand stays on that shin. Left arm relaxes, left ear heavy. over the left shoulder. Finding softness in the jaw. That's where you normally find tension in the body, letting that release. You can explore some movement of the head. Rocking forward and back. Breathing. If you find an area of attention that needs attention, you can pause and just breathe into that space. Relax the shoulders, maybe turning the head so the gaze is down towards the earth on that left side. Just to create a little bit of movement. Probably do this for the rest of class, but we'll say one more breath. Aligning the neck, finding a tall spine, palms press alongside the hips, more towards the back of the hips. And then you can tuck the tailbone, release the knee away from the hip, maybe even start to bend through the elbows. So if you're super open and flexible here, you might be already on your forearms. But with a little bit of engagement, you can find a beautiful stretch. Again, the quad is stretching, the hip flexor is stretching, the top of my foot is stretching, the ankle, all the spots that need it. Breathe. Open. One more breath. And you can shift off the palms and use the right hand to extend. Just help with that right leg extending. Left palm alongside the left hip, sweeping the right arm up and over. It's almost like a variation of the side plank, but I'm actively trying to get into the front of the body. So I'm active in the back body with engagement. Press the hips forward, engage the glutes, breathe. Reach. Fingers in the opposite direction of the toes. One more inhalation with that reach, and then exhale, come back through seated. Find the alignment of the spine. Sit bones are grounding evenly. Left knee heavy as much as it's able. Finding that rotational quality in the spine. The left arm reaching for the outer edge. Right arm to the inner edge. Core is active. The right quad is active. Again, just engaging core to lift the spine out of the hips. Breathing. Just scanning the body. Where can we make adjustments? Where can we open? Where is there tension? Direct the breath, any tight areas, just letting that permeate. Take 3 more breaths here. Palms can press alongside the hips. Core strength, arm strength to grow the spine once again. Can turn towards the bent knee. Coming back into a down dog or a child's pose. So your choice. From your down dog, if you choose to be here, you can float forward with core strength into your plank. You can flow through a vinyasa, maybe knees to the earth, coming all the way onto the belly. Inhale, cobra, lengthening out. And then let's all meet together in our child's pose. So maybe you stay there the whole time, and that's fine. We're going to meet there together, forehead to the earth, or the stacked hands. Deep breaths.
One more breath. And pressing back to your tabletop, spreading through the fingers. You can flow through a little cat-cow. As you inhale, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone, opening the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine, press the mat away. Again, think about opening up in the mid-spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Spread the collarbones, inhaling, and then exhale, rounding. Shoulder blades separate, pressing into the earth, chin towards the tailbone. A couple more times on your own. Core is active as you exhale, draw the low belly in and up. You can even start to maybe sway the hips a little from side to side or circle through the hips. So finding what you need here. Breathing, exploring. You can circle in the opposite direction. Back through your center. Head heavy for just a moment. Press into fingertips, press into knuckles. Just gently sway the head from side to side. Open the neck. Back through center. Start to shift and find a block. We're going to want to sit on a block in a malasana squat. If you can come into a malasana squat without a block, by all means, but it can be nice to have this support. You can have two blocks stacked on top of one another if that's uncomfortable. You can have one block. You can also use a bolster or a hard pillow, more firm pillow. So we're going to come to seated. My sit bones are balancing on this block. My feet are wide. The toes are angled out in the same kind of angle as the knees. My heels are angled in. And then you can bring the palms together, open the chest. And again, it's that action of the shoulder blades in the back drawing through the heart in the front. At the same time, elbows are pressing into the inner legs. Core is toning, engaged. From here, you can relax the right arm down and rotate. See if you can reach the left arm to where the wall meets the ceiling, and I'm pressing into that inner right thigh. Back through center, left arm down, pressing into the inner left thigh, and open and rotate. Again, the rotation we know comes not from that torquing of the shoulder, but from the actual spine and the torso and the rib cage. So one more time from side to side, maybe more expansion. Breathe here. So when you find your deepest stretch, can you take your deepest breath? And if you can't, then we've probably gone too far. Breath is always a good gauge. We'll get there eventually. Notice where the breath opens you. Notice one side might be way more open than the other. I know I have that. Come back through your center. Extend the arms out, almost like a chair pose, kind of angled out to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Engage through the core, ground through the feet, rising. Arms up, inhaling, and then arms down, exhaling. Feet can stay wide. And just start to twist gently from side to side. Make sure the knees feel safe here. You can always have bent knees, strong legs. Just twisting in the body. Breathing. Actually slowing down the movement. Coming back through your center. You start to roll through the shoulders, up, back, and down a few times. Start to move maybe into the spine a little bit with the movements. One more time. Rolling through shoulders, up, back, and down, and then in the opposite direction. Up, forward, and down. more time. And then finding your mountain pose, feet could be hip distance or inner big toes touch. Heels splayed out. Do you spread through toes, broaden through the feet, just strong and stable. Really pressing the feet into the earth, finding length all the way through the crown of the head. And from here, palms alongside the body. You can reach the left arm down, draw the right arm up, opening up that right side body. Back through center, right arm reaching down, left arm drawing up. Feel that expansion on that side, really moving that left hip over to the left side, inhaling back through center. Left arm down, maybe the right arm reaches up and over. Back through center, right arm down, a left arm reaching up and over. The arms just add more weight, so making sure that that feels safe for your body. Coming back through your center. Step the feet out wide, coming into a goddess pose. So same thing, the toes and the knees are angling out. We're just gonna bend the knees and separate the knees. So powerful in the legs, inhale, rising. Exhale, sink the hips low, separate the knees. Press into the feet, inhale. And the next time you bend, we're gonna stay there. Hands can wrap around the thighs. Finding an inhalation once again, and then exhale, twisting over to the left side, gazing over the left shoulder, right shoulder relaxes down. Inhale, aligning back through center, exhale the other side. Inhaling, press the knees apart, exhale. Inhale, align, sink the hips low, exhale. Last time on this side. Inhale, back through center, and then start to lengthen through the legs. Fingertips or palms to the earth, toes in, heels out. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. And can you be active here? Engage through the quads. So lift the kneecaps. Just see if you can have that action. Spread toes broad through feet to make sure they're very symmetrical. Think about engaging core to draw the spine again out of the hips. Finding that length, so we're engaged here. Maybe the fingertips in line with the toes. And keeping that engagement, you can bend one knee and then the other. Hello, little kitten. Definitely a yoga cat. Again, back through center. Notice what's opened for you with that engagement. Elbows hugging into the midline of the body. Three more breaths. Pressing palms under the shoulders, spine parallel to the earth. You can bend through the knees, start to angle the toes, walking hands, heart, and torso towards the left foot. So we're angling all the toes and the fingers in that same direction, framing that front foot, sweeping the leg back, come into your down dog. Inner big toes touch, press the mat away. And then start to lift through the right leg up and touch the toes down. And up and down. Two more times, pressing the mat away, grounding through that left heel a bit more. Last time, lifting up, bend the knee, open the hips, stack the hips, gazing under the right arm, as if the toes could touch the back of your head. Squeeze the heel into the glute. One more breath. And inhale, lengthen through that leg. Square the hips, bend the knee, shifting forward, planting the foot between the palms, and coming into a low lunge. So if you need blocks, by all means, you can use the blocks alongside that foot. And we're just gonna extend and rebend. Extend, legs long, rebending. more times. And then shorten your stance, coming into pyramid pose. Again, you can use blocks if you need them, or fingertips or palms to the earth. Engage through the legs, engage through the core. Having a long spine here. Breathing. One more breath. And soften through the knees. You can frame that front foot, really ground through the right foot, shifting forward, and see if you can start to float that left leg up. See if you can keep that leg floated as you lengthen through the spine, bending through the left knee, hug it into the chest. Release the arms and release the foot. And we're back in our mountain pose. Breathing here, checking in, maybe noticing a difference between the sides. And connecting to the breath, finishing an exhalation. Inhale, sweep the arms, lengthen and lift, maybe arching the back slightly. Exhale, keep the heart open, swan dive down. You can bend knees. Inhale, lifting halfway, hands to shins or thighs. Open the heart, and then exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, stepping back. You can vinyasa, or just down dog. We'll all meet together in down dog. Inner big toes touch. Press the mat away. Left leg. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Active through the leg. Active through the back body. The glute, the hamstring. 2 more times. Squeeze the glute. Really actively engage here. Keep that engagement. Bend the knees. Stack the hips. Open up. Gazing under that left arm. Breathing. Again, act as if the heel could touch the glute or the toes could touch the back of the head. 1 more breath. Inhale, aligning the leg, hips square to the earth. Exhale, shifting forward, hollow out the belly, planting the foot between the palms. And you can start to lengthen and rebend. So we're exploring the 2 poses, the lunge and the pyramid. Core is active in each. You can have a slight arch in the back, really opening up through the chest. You could use your 2 blocks if you need them alongside that front foot. It's kind of warming up a little bit more. And shifting forward, hopping forward, just shorten up your pyramid pose. Again, you can use blocks, you can use knuckles to the earth, aligning through the hips, reaching the heart forward. That slight arch in the back will give you that beautiful hamstring stretch. So reach the tailbone back behind and breathe. Keep legs engaged so the quads are active. Spread toes, broaden through feet. Lots happening here, so stay with it. One more breath. Start to rebend through the front knee and frame down. Become light on that back leg, almost like a warrior 3 for a moment. So you can keep this balance as you lengthen through the spine. Woo, balance. And then draw the right knee in, hug it in. The thigh in towards the belly, keep that engagement, maybe release the arms away. And then slowly with control, releasing that right foot down. We're back in our mountain pose. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can take a few rolls through shoulders, up, back, and down. Maybe sway through the head a little. My kitty wants to play fetch. This is what we do. We play fetch. All right, so from here, connecting to the breath, finishing an exhalation. You can inhale and sweep the arms. Again, you can arch the back. Exhale, folding, really leading with the heart space. Forward folding. Inhale, strong, lifting halfway. And exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, stepping back into your plank. We're gonna pause here. You can come into a side plank, right side. You can always release that right shin to the earth. But it's like you're in your mountain pose and you simply fell over. Coming into any variation, maybe you like the tree variation here, maybe just floating that left leg away from the right leg. And then back through plank. And then over to that left side. So, finding your variation, maybe the gazing is skyward, maybe the neck is more neutral. Again, maybe finding that tree pose or extending that right leg out. One more breath. Back through plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down, maybe through knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, let's come back into a child's pose. So rounding the spine, sinking the hips back to the heels, resting. Breathing. One more breath. One more breath here. And back through seated on shins. And from here you can shift the hips to one side, sweep the legs out in front. We're going to come into our wide-legged opening here, maybe a bit more warmed in the body. Seriously, we play fetch. You want this? All right, so active in the quads, toes are skyward. Breathing. Let's activate the quads a little bit more. So let's connect to the breath, arms alongside the body. Inhale, float the arms up. Lifting and lengthening. Exhale, rotating over that right leg. Fingertips or palms alongside that right leg. Engage through the leg and lift it. And if that's going well, let's pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Letting that leg relax. Inhale, rotating through center. Exhale, twisting over the left side. Fingertips ground or palms ground. See if you can lift that leg, even if it's just a little bit. Definitely not my strong suit. These are hip flexor strength builders. So really trying to engage that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it back down. And let's bring the legs in, bend the knees, extend them long. Shake it out a little bit. Rocking legs a little back and forth. And again, extend the legs out. So we're just going to revisit the same shape. Adding a nice tall spine. Inhale, sweeping arms up, rotating to the right leg. And exhale, hinging forward, going right into your stretch. Maybe a little bit more open this time around. Still active through the legs, still reaching long through the spine. Still breathing. One more breath like this. Again, you can slightly arch through the back, get more into that hamstring, and then we're gonna rotate. Just sweep that left arm up and over. Notice what's open for you, if anything. Then really actively engaging through quads, active through the spine, actively reaching the right side of the body long, as well as that left side stretch, actively twisting open. One more breath. Left arm reaches up as I align through the spine, right arm comes to meet it. Inhale, exhale, rotate, coming right into that stretch. And that left side, right hip actively grounding, actively reaching long through the spine, engaging through the quads. I've got a little bit of allergies happening, so don't mind me and my sniffles. Breathing here. Engagement is key. Without tension. Flex through the foot, slightly arch through the spine. Reach the tailbone back behind. Breathe. One more breath. Bending that rotation. Left forearm pressing in. Right arm floating up and over. Pressing into that inner leg. Active through the core, active through the quads. Lengthening with that activity. Trying to stack the shoulders. Trying to ground the right hip down. And breathe. One more breath. Deep breath, honest breath. And then right arm reaching as if it could draw you skyward. Left arm reaching, inhaling. And then exhale, reach forward with active arms, active core, active legs. And then inhale, back up. Biceps by the ears, draw them back. Inhale once again, exhale, reaching forward as if the belly could touch the earth. And then inhale, align. A couple more times. Ujjayi breath if you've got it. And one more time, reaching forward. Wherever you land with this tall spine, then keep that there and just relax the legs, relax the arms. You can relax forward into this pose and breathe. One more breath. The palms engaged, walking the hands into the earth, core is engaged. Hands to the backs of the thighs, drawing the legs in. Making sure that you've got all the props you need for your Shavasana. We're not quite there yet, but we're heading in that direction. Make sure there's plenty of room back behind you, bending knees. So squeeze the inner big toes, the heels, and the inner thighs together. Keep that engagement and float the arms. They're parallel to the earth. Lengthen the spine. See if you can keep all of that and float the shins so they're parallel to the earth. Keep squeezing the inner legs together. See if you can lift the left arm, bicep by the ear. And back down. Opposite side. And back down. And then lift a leg, point through the toe. Re-engage, squeeze the legs, lengthen the opposite leg. Maybe lift both arms. Both legs. Keep that engagement. Let's slowly make our way. Tuck the tailbone. Core is active. Nice and slow with control the entire way down. Full body stretch. Arms long, legs long. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. You can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel the earth holding you. So you can just breathe with ease, with contentment. You can bend one knee, then the other. Float the arms down, just preparing for a bridge. So we've got the alignment, heels to knees, knees to hips. These hip bones in front, it's all just aligned. You can press the feet into the earth, tuck the tailbone, peel the pelvis, peel more of the spine away. And tuck shoulders under the back body. Come into your highest height here. Lengthen the spine, lift the heels, lift the hips a bit more, and then reground the heels without losing the height you've gained. Draw the knees as they could touch in front, the wall in front of you. One more inhalation. And then as you exhale, scoop the spine on the way down, tailbone meets the mat last. So nice and slow engagement, controlled all the way. From here, draw the knees in, hug them in. You can have a little rock from side to side. And planting the feet wide. Inner knees touch, arms into goalpost arms. Inhale here, and then exhale the knees over to the right side. Props out of the way. Gazing over the left. So we've done a lot of twisting already, so we're just twisting with a twist. We're twisting with a hip opener. So maybe stay here, or you can float that right foot on top of the left thigh or knee and draw it down. That way you're getting more of that hip opening. Hopefully you feel that. If it's too much on the knee joint, just don't do that. No need to take it further if it hurts. Melt into the earth a bit more. Close the eyes and just breathe. Say one more breath. You can release the right foot if it's lifted. Draw the gaze skyward, align the knees, align the spine. So if things have gotten shifted, just realign, notice that. Keeping that full body awareness. Inhale. And exhale, knees over to your left, gazing over the right. Again, your choice, an invitation to stay, or you can go deeper into the shape. Left foot on top of the right thigh. Extra pressure. Deeper stretch. Breathe. And soften in the face and the jaw and the lips. One more breath here. And release the foot if it's lifted. Draw the knees back through center. Just let the inner knees rest against one another for a moment. Deep belly breaths. You can even place hands on the belly, feeling the breath. Separate the knees, and heel to toe the feet closer together, and then anything that you need to finish your practice, maybe just a longer shavasana or any final stretches. Knees can draw in, you can rock and roll from side to side, perhaps a happy baby. So what do you need to feel complete in your practice before we rest? And coming into your final resting pose, come into your shavasana. Feel spacious in your body, supported by props or the earth. It's a beautiful opportunity to just let everything that's been released, all the energy, let it be able to flow freely through your body. As you close your eyes and simply rest. You're welcome to continue to rest in your Shavasana if you've got time. If you need it, take this time, let this be your sweetness, your gift to yourself. Or deepening your breath, and reawakening the body with movement, fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. You can open and close the mouth, stretching arms overhead into a yawn. And cleansing breath here, breathing in through the nose, deep breath. Open the mouth, a final release. Bending one knee, then the other, let the feet plant. Staying mindful in your movements as you roll gently to either side, just curling into a fetal position. A moment here. Calling your intention. Maybe taking that with you, or something new. What do you need now? How can you support yourself through the rest of your day? Be mindful of that. As you begin to press up through seated, taking that with you into your day. Again, finding the foundation of the body, sit bones grounding, legs grounding, tall spine, open heart. Maybe it's a little easier to find that. You've done some good work today. Palms together in deep gratitude for that and for yourself. Deep in our vow for keeping this commitment, for doing this practice, for overcoming obstacles, just to be here. I'm grateful for the honor to lead and guide you through this practice. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Again, my name's Jodi. Grateful to Krannert Art Museum for continuing these classes. So be sure and reach out. Let them know that you're getting what you need. Let me know that you're getting what you need. I hear that really it's all about Phoenix, kitty cat, might have nothing to do with yoga, and that's okay. He's a sweet boy. He's definitely helping me. My pandemic partner is right here, so hopefully you've got something or someone getting you through this time. So again, reach out if you need, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Friday.